Okay, folks, today we are at Lakefront Lodge Park in Willowick, Ohio. It's a little park, but it's nice. We're going to be getting over to the um, signs and map here. And since it's in Willowick, I want to shout out our friends, The Great Indoors with Ed and Michelle. Michelle also has her own channel called Michelle Talks GH, and I would will tag them down below. Please note balloon releases are prohibited. Balloons that are released end up as litter. And as Mrs. says, harmful to animals. There's the map. And over here we have a thing about the rain gardens, which we have noticed before at other parks. These wild-looking gardens are beneficial for the environment. They are designed to improve drainage from the parking lot, naturally filter runoff and snowmelt, and provide habitats for plants and animals. And then they got and this is almost completely sidewalk. There's one section where we'll have to walk in grass. And there's a robin. I don't know if you heard him, but there he is. And picnic tables. Oh, and we found a buckeye. Rotten buckeye. And they got a sign, which we have had signs like this before in our videos. Lake Erie is shallow but great. Lake Erie is the shallowest of the Great Lakes, only 210 feet at its deepest point. Due to its shallow nature, each season brings unique conditions to the lake. During spring and summer, sunlight and nutrients are able to reach the shallow bottom, providing a nurturing environment for plants and animals. Flourish. In fall, strong winds blow across the shallow lake. In fall, in spring, in summer, and in winter, strong winds blow across the shallow lake. I don't know why they're just saying fall. We live on a little bit off the lake. It gets freaking windy all year long, kicking up large waves and creating hazardous conditions. During winter, the shallow water cools more quickly and ice covers Lake Erie more often than any other Great Lake. In August, the temperatures in Lake Erie average 75 degrees, making it the warmest of the Great Lakes and ideal for summertime recreation. Lake Superior only reaches 61 degrees Fahrenheit. Lake Erie provides more fish for human consumption than the other four lakes combined. It is known among sport fishermen as the walleye capital of the world. So there's a red-winged blackbird walking in the... Oh, he's not doing it. Oh, yeah, he is. I don't know if I'm catching him or not. There's a red-winged blackbird walking in the grass there. And it looks like at one time they had a walkway right by the lake, but I didn't see any way to get down there. And then there is a seagull perched on the cement down on the lake. And they also have some nice benches along the way so you can sit and relax, look out at Lake Erie. And we'll be coming up on the lodge soon. So this is the lodge. They do have a ramp going up onto the porch. The one thing that is not cool about this place is they have no public restrooms in the park. I don't know, might not really be able to see inside, but they rent it out for various functions. Here's another picnic area, and it has a couple of grills that you can use. And we're coming up to several signs. And God bless America, Old Glory flying. Bald eagles are here. The bald eagle, a symbol of freedom, power, and majesty, has been our national bird since 1782. Eagles are in Ohio thanks to Lake Erie and the many rivers and streams throughout the state. Stands of tall, mature trees near these clean and healthy waterways provide good nesting habitat and access to fish, their favorite food. I have a little story. Now, I don't know if it was an eagle or one of the other fishing birds, but at one point I looked out and I saw this silvery thing in our yard. I'm like, what the heck is this? And I go out and there is a big fish in our yard. And I'm pretty sure it was from a bird flying over that dropped it. I thought that was an amusing little anecdote to share with you all. But here's another sign. Oh, this is about the Griffith disaster that happened in 1850. Following the completion of the Erie Canal from Albany to Buffalo, New York Lake Erie became an important link in an all-water route for immigrants traveling from the eastern seaboard into the Midwest. The 600-ton lake steamer G.P. Griffith, launched in 1847, was one of dozens built to capitalize on this booming trade. On June 17, 1850, the Griffith, outbound with more than 300 passengers on a 3-day voyage from Buffalo to Toledo, caught fire and burned about 220 yards from this overlook. Many of the German, English, Irish, and Scandinavian settlers were laden with money sewn into their clothing, and few reached shore. Contemporary accounts listed 286 lost. Most were buried in a mass grave on the beach since reclaimed by Lake Erie. The Griffith incident remains one of the worst maritime disasters on the Great Lakes. So, God rest your soul, all. So we're headed over to a police dog grave site here. Now, there's no sidewalk coming up to this, which means that I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 for handicap friendly. But anyhow, Lake County Dog Memorial, and then they have names of the dogs. Unfortunately, they still have it covered with the bags. It's April 10th. So we have Maggie, Zeus, Deuce, Echo, Saber, Dahlia, and Rebel. And then on the other side, they got other dogs that were police dogs that have passed away. God rest their soul. Igor, Nico, Thunder, Amber, Barrow, Marco, Bronco, Armor, Lake, how would you pronounce that? Leica, Kilo, Arrow, Nico, Rex, Reagan, Recon, Chevio, Cash, Bishki. And it's really pretty. They got, is that violets or what kind of flower is that coming up? Myrtle coming up. I need to mention they got the swings that I love these type of swings. And then I'm gonna come over and read about the erosion because it actually is interesting. I think Mrs. told me, she read it, told me about it. I wasn't going to come over here, but it is rather interesting, so I want to share with you all. Erosion control. Erosion control was started below this sign beginning May 1997. Native prairie plants were used because of their extensive root system. These grasses, along with flowering plants, have the ability to live in harsh conditions. They add value to wildlife and provide beauty. Members of the Willowick Garden Club and students from the Willowick Middle School 6th grade science class assisted in planting the hillside. So I thought it was cool that, 6th graders helped plant this hill to help so that it doesn't all flow when the rains go down into Lake Erie. And this is it for this small park. We want you to know whether you need rollators, walkers, canes. It doesn't make you handicapped. It makes you handy capable. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a great day. God bless.